It's been 6 months since floodwaters came gushing through this village in North Aceh. Yet many families still have no homes to return to.
We live in an evacuation tent, and when it is hot it feels like a desert because there's no protection here, no trees. My children's skin is burned because of the heat, and when it rains water comes into our tent and our mattresses get wet.
Aisha, like most of her neighbours, is a rice farmer, but her fields were destroyed. Now she depends on donations for food. The floods and landslides swept through 3 provinces at the end of last year, causing widespread devastation. Environmental groups said decades of deforestation worsened the impact. Some villages were wiped out entirely.
It has been more than 6 months, but the situation here feels as if the floods happened last night. There's still a lot of debris. Even the roads are damaged.
The bridge that connected this village to other districts still hasn't been repaired, slowing down the delivery of goods. Now, 7 representatives from affected communities have brought their frustrations to the capital. They've launched a case against Indonesia's central government, naming President Prabowo Subianto the head of the disaster agency and several ministers in their lawsuit. At the heart of this case is the question of whether the government's response was adequate given the widespread nature of the devastation. The plaintiffs argue that by failing to declare a national disaster, many were left without sufficient assistance in their time of need. They say more resources would have been available if the central government had taken charge of the recovery effort and not rejected offers of foreign aid.
The response has been very slow and the responsibility has been placed on local governments who are limited in terms of fiscal capacity, equipment and resources.
The plaintiffs hope the court will order the government to unlock state funds for the remaining reconstruction process. They're also demanding the restoration of deforested areas. The government says it has provided full logistical support and allocated millions of dollars to the reconstruction effort.
We fully understand the public's hopes of returning to normal, and the government shares the same sense of urgency. However, large-scale rehabilitation and reconstruction require stages that must be carried out carefully.
This is just the beginning of the legal process, which is expected to take several months. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, Jakarta.